What is going on, everybody? ZyoniK here, and in today's video we get to see how good Galarian Zapdos can be in the Ultra League. It's an extremely rare Pokemon that you guys can only get from those daily incense, so shout out to Barhaven OD for sharing these battles with us. Galarian Zapdos with counter, close combat, and ancient power. We also have Registeel and Trevenant, two hyper meta Pokemon. Alright, getting into the first battle here, we have Zapdos on the lead versus Sylveon. This is not a good matchup. They will have to swap out right away, and they do swap out in the Trevenant. And we see an Alolan Muck come in. So they are double hard countered already. Sylveon versus Zapdos, Muck here versus Trevenant, but they're going to go ahead and go for the Shadow Ball. Both moves are resisted, Shadow Ball and Seed Bomb, but at least Shadow Ball does a good chunk of damage. They're going to go ahead and let this go through. It was just an Acid Spray. That's actually really huge for them, no shielding that, so they can get to another Shadow Ball here to chunk some more health against the Alolan Muck. They do get a shield as well right there, which is very interesting. I mean, granted, Shadow Ball could have potentially threatened, but the Zapdos now can fully farm down right here and get as much energy as possible. What's cool about Zapdos as well is it has access to Brave Bird, so the threaten or the potential of that here on the back end is going to be deadly. They're going to go ahead and no-shield these Acid Sprays right here. It's very toxic, no pun intended, but they do farm down, and they will be going for probably Ancient Power here as a shield bait. Yeah, they're going to go ahead and go for the Ancient Power. Close combat is resisted, but at least Ancient Power, it costs a little bit less energy, and they do get the shield right there, so I'm going to go ahead and swap out now into the Registeel, 2-0 shields, and the final Pokemon is Swampert, so a triple hard counter team. But they might just be able to take it. They should be able to take it right here with Registeel having 2 shields and Focus Blast. That's going to be a good game. So it's never over till it's over. They lost the lead, they lost the switch, and they technically lose the back end. But being able to have the threaten, the fear of a Brave Bird from the Zapdos is what really sealed the deal right there for them. They can safely double shield right here, even though it is just going to be another Hydro Cannon, and Focus Blast the Swampert out of the game and bring that Sylveon back in. Come on back in here. Registeel wants a piece of you, and we will see Sylveon come back in, which is going to get absolutely walled, and they do decide to surrender. So losing lead, losing switch, losing back end, and gets the opponent to surrender. That's a good battle. All right, moving next one, we have a very nice lead right here for us. Obstagoon, and they will swap out into Gengar, so they're going to go ahead and come in with the Registeel now. Not the best of matchups, but you can force a shield with Zap Cannon, which I think is the big goal right here, is to let these charge moves go through. Oh, it was a Focus Blast! Boom! Nearly one-shots! Oh, that is so satisfying, but sad here for Barhaven, getting nearly one shot. They do get the shield and farmed down. That was awesome. They're going to see the Trevenant now come in, and Trevenant is going to have to basically commit to the hard farm down, but they decided to CMP tie right there, which might backfire on them because they will be forced to shield. They're going to go ahead and no shield the Shadow Punch as well and throw, yeah, they're going to they need to undercharge it. They need to farm down with Shadow Claw, and they should be able to do just that. We do see a swap out in the Talonflame. So here comes the Zapdos, bird on bird, but it has Ancient Power, everyone. Ancient Power does so much damage, or super effective damage, I should say. It doesn't do, oh, nearly one shots. I was just kidding. That does so much damage now. It got its damage increased from the start of this season, and that was beautiful to see there versus the Talonflame. And what is gonna come in now? Well, we still have Obstagoon, and the Gengar is extremely low. So Gengar is going to come in. They're going to have to shield right here to stop the Shadow Punch. And they should be able to farm down, and now this is so deadly. Zapdos is ready to go. Counters are doing a lot of damage. They're going to go for the Ancient Power shield bait right here, but will they get it from the opponent? Will they get a boost too? They do get the shield and no boost, but they do get to the close combat in time, and that is going to be, oh, this is beautiful. So much back and forth in this battle. Boom! One-shots the Obstagoon. Good game, very well played. Oh, in the middle of that battle, we had the Focus Blast on the Registeel, the Ancient Power versus Talonflame. Alright, so we got Gyarados now on the lead. They're going to swap out right away into Trevenant, and the Gyarados is looking to stay in, which means they might be weak in the back. We will have to see, but they're going to go ahead and shield the potential Crunch now from the Gyarados, as it will do super effective damage, and they are going to get to this Seed Bomb in time. It only does neutral, right? Water flying there onto the Gyarados, and they do get a shield, though, so they're going to go ahead and look to go for the Shadow Ball now, and the opponent swaps out into a Trevenant, trying to catch the Seed Bomb, mind you, but it's going to be met with the Shadow Ball, and boom! Nearly one-shots it right there. A beautifully timed swap by the opponent, but sadly, it was not Seed Bomb, it was Shadow Ball. These battles are fun. Now, we do see Galarian Stunfisk come in, and I think that's going to be a good game. Zapdos can handle the Stunfisk. Zapdos has Ancient Power for Gyarados, and there is still a Registeel with Focus Blast and Zap Cannon with full health in the back. Yeah, that's a good game, very well played. Trevenant's going to go ahead and let this charge move go through. The Rock Slide going to be taking out. They come in with the Zapdos and start loading up on energy. And they can easily... Actually, that was a bit quick. I think that was a bit quick for Earthquake. They can just let this go through. Yeah, it's just going to be Rock Slide. Doesn't do too much neutral damage right there. They can fully counter down and take this Gyarados out now with Ancient Powers. We saw how much damage it did against the Talonflame, but that is because it's Fire Flying. And now here against Gyarados, I really want to see if it can one-shot it from basically... I'd say about 40% HP. 40, 45 right there. Nearly half. Can it take it out? Let's see. Yes, it can. Boom! And gets the boost there to flex at the end. Beautiful. Good game. All right, moving into the next one. We have Zapdos on the lead versus Swampert. Okay, we'll have to see how they decide to play this out because Swampert... Oh, those counters are doing a lot of damage. Oh my gosh. And needless to mention, the hopping there on the Zapdos is so satisfying to see it just jumping off of the phone screen. Literally jumping off. They're going to go ahead and go for the close combat now to force that first shield or just get the Swampert out of the game. And they do get the first shield, so they're going to go ahead and go into Registeel now, forcing the Swampert now to throw its energy, and it is going to be an Earthquake, so that's a great shield right there by Registeel, and it's going to be met with Escavalier. So they're going to go ahead and go for the Zap Cannon. Granted, both of these are both Focus Blast and Zap Cannon are nice charge moves here, but they do get the attack drop there against Escavalier, which is going to could pay off big time here. So they're going to go ahead and probably let this go through. It is going to be the Drill Run, which they can survive now because of that attack debuff. Granted, had it not been debuffed, I think they still would have survived, but I don't think they would have survived the counters at all. But Focus Blast now should be forcing that final shield from the opponent. They do get it on a near CMP tie, which is perfect. That means they can come back in with Zapdos right here and farm down, and they already have a decent amount of loaded energy. So long as there's no Talonflame in the back, which honestly, it wouldn't matter if there was a Talonflame in the back. Getting a little bit of go battle lag, but they should be able to farm down. Oh no! Okay, they do take it out. That could have gone really bad. It's going to be a Sylveon in the back. Okay, I still think they have this, even though they threw the close combat, which is fine. They can go ahead and swap into Trevenant, but they can't swap out because of go battle lag. Oh, no, they do get the swap out right here, but they are behind on fast moves now. Oh, no. Can they get to the Shadow Ball in time? They do get to it. Okay, so Sylveon now is going to go down to the neutral damage here from Shadow Ball. They have a shield, and all they need to do is get to Seed Bomb here versus Swampert, and that's going to be a good game, very well played, and they do get to it in time. So, man, this team looks like a lot of fun. I mean, granted, Registeel and Trevenant always is a lot of fun, but the Galarian Zapdos right there, very satisfying gameplay, especially in this meta. All right, moving to the next one, we have Zapdos versus Shadow Gyarados this time. Okay, let's see what they decide to do. They're going to go ahead and swap out right away in Trevenant like we saw before, and we are met with a Drapion. So another nice counter here to the Trevenant because of the spam of Crunch, the Dark Poison typing. It's really the best you could ask for, and they do. Oh, this just does so much damage. But thankfully, Shadow Ball, even though it is resisted, still does a good chunk. Let's see how much damage it's going to do. Yeah, a decent amount. I mean, in a matchup where you are hard losing this matchup, chunking 50% HP from a Shadow Ball and a Seed Bomb, actually 75% HP. I mean, you can't get any better than that. And they're actually going to almost get to that Seed Bomb right there, but the Drapion decides to throw, and it is going to be another Crunch. So we don't see if it has Aqua Tail yet. Because if it has Aqua Tail, they definitely don't need to shield here on the Zapdos. But if it has Sludge Bomb, this could be deadly. They're probably still going to let this go. Yeah. Oh, it is the Sludge Bomb. Only 50%. Okay, a lot less than I thought it was going to be, but able to farm down, and now we're probably going to see that Gyarados come back in, which they do have the Ancient Power for. Now, they're looking like they might want to swap. Now, they're going to go ahead and go for that Ancient Power right here. Is the Gyarados going to respect it? Is it going to respect it? Don't respect it. Just let it go. No, they decided to shield. We see the Registeel now swap in right away, loading up on energy. The Gyarados, there's got to be something weak in the back, or it's a neutral matchup, because the Gyarados is trying to get off a crunch to apply a debuff right here, then swapping out. Okay, somewhat of a neutral matchup. We see the Trevenant back there. Now, granted, Trevenant is going to be resisting the Zap Cannon and Focus Blast, but still, Zap Cannon is an extremely hard-hitting charge move, and it chonks, as we see right there. Plus, it got that attack debuff, which means Registeel can safely shield the Shadow Ball right here. It's going to be taking less damage from Shadow Claws and should be able to get to another Zap Cannon in time, but honestly, I don't know if they're going to be able to win this one. That Shadow Gyarados is still lurking in the back and has a good amount of health as well for the Dragon Breath damage. Now, they're going to go ahead and... let it go. Yeah, they gotta let it go. The Shadow Ball, they do survive. They're gonna go ahead and swap out into the Zapdos right here to farm down. They do get the farm down in time, and they do get to the Ancient Power. So this is gonna be a very, very tough call, because it's gonna be a race between Dragon Breath and Lock On to get to Zap Cannon. Who's gonna win? Dragon Breath or Lock On? Oh, it's so close. No, the Dragon Breath gets it. Shadow Gyarados takes it right there. Good battle, very well played. All right, moving to the next one. We have Zapdos on the lead versus Snorlax. Okay, let it rip. Here comes the counters, doing so much damage to Snorlax. This is just satisfying to see. And they are deciding to stay in, so they're going to probably go ahead, respect the shield right here. No, they're going to let it go. Body Slam. Chunks it to 50% HP. They're going to keep loading up on energy, and now they're going to go for the Ancient Power. My gosh, if they get a boost. We've seen one boost so far in this video. Let's see if we get another one. Nope, we don't get one right there. Okay, they're going to go ahead and try to counter down. Do you give up a shield here, though? I mean, yeah, they're going to go ahead and shield. They're going to go ahead and farm down. You still have the threat of Brave Bird, which you could still potentially have. And we do see a Venusaur come in, so they're going to build up like they do have a Brave Bird, which would be very, very nice if they could get a shield here from Venusaur with the Ancient Power. And they do get it. That's beautiful. They can just go for another one. To just do some extra chip damage, as again, it has an increase in damage, I believe, from 45 to 65, which is really nice. And they're just casually chunking the Venusaur below 50% HP with resisted damage with counter, and the Frenzy Plant is going to be taking out the Zapdos. So they're going to go ahead and come in with Registeel, and we see a Cobalion come in, which could be very deadly right now, as it will be doing super effective damage with Double Kick and Sacred Sword, which they do get to in time, but it's honestly not enough damage to threaten a shield at this point in the battle. So here comes the Zap Cannon now to force that final shield. They will swap out into Trevenant, and they get the attack debuff, which is huge, as it is, I believe, a 66%. It's not 100% anymore, but they do win that one as the opponent decided to surrender. So good battles, and that was the final battle. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Galarian Zapdos is so cool. It's such a cool Pokemon. Counter, close combat, Ancient Power, also has access to Brave Bird, which we saw it's the threat potential today against that Sylveon, against the Venusaur. So shout out to Barhaven OD for sharing these battles with us. Really fun team, really fun battles. I really enjoyed the booms. It was a great set today. So hope you guys enjoyed as well, and like always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.